Hello everyone and welcome to episode 10 of building my dream park in Theme Park Tycoon 2. So today we are going to start on the Alpine theme. Yes, I am going to create an Alpine theme. I just really wanted to do this once. I've never really built an Alpine theme and I want to build a coaster that's really going through the terrain on a mountain and really using the terrain to an advantage. A little bit like Helix in Liesberg and some other coasters of course around the world. But that's mainly my inspiration. So for this we are going to need a big mountain. So I am planning to use this whole space here for the mountain. The path will probably be going through the mountain, so the mountain is going to be right here. Maybe you have some paths around the mountain, but I want to have the path going straight through the mountain. When you're from the front looking, you can see a big mountain like here. It's a little bit like also Disney, I don't know why, but like with the western theme, it's like the big mountain here. But yeah, it just came out like that. Alright, so first we are going to make a lot of terrain. So we need to go up quite a lot actually. I don't know how high I want to make the mountain. I think that I will just figure it out later. But yeah, the mountain will be, yeah, like this on the side. So just don't look at this park from this side. Just look at it like this because I am just too lazy. And I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just going to create a lot of terrain and then I will just detail it of course with a lot of rocks. But for now I'm just creating one big block of a mess and then we will hopefully make it look good. So the coaster will be on two sides of the mountain, one here and one on the other. And this is already looking quite good because the theme that will be behind that, I want that to make a little bit hidden. So it's really like a natural barrier that I'm trying to create. It might look a little bit weird with the transaction of like no and then boom, boom. Mountain, but I don't really care because it's my dream park. Alright, we're now going to make it a little bit more detailed because it now just looks amazing. This is going to take a while. I want to have it look quite steep from this side, mainly for the coaster, and there will be probably maybe even the station on top of the mountain. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't have really things planned yet. That's mainly how I build. I have the idea that I want to do and I'm like, alright, I will see how I will do it for the rest. I don't really care. That's how most of my projects go. I will probably create a tunnel here where the cars are coming out, so I don't really want to do anything here yet because I just don't know that. It's starting to look quite good actually, as you can see. It needs a lot more detail. It now just looks really plain, but I hope when we create some rocks, place a coaster on top of it and a lot of trees and nature, I think this can be looking really cool. Alright, so the path will be going through here into the mountain. I don't think I want to build here anything yet today. And I don't think I will be building the coaster today because for me, next week there is going to be an update. And I am really hoping Dennis is going to add a multi-launch coaster. Because that's the coaster I want to build on here, a multi-launch coaster or the vertical launch coaster, one of those two. Otherwise I have to overlay the coaster, but I really want to have that coaster type on top of this mountain. And I also want to add a lot of near-miss elements with all the trees I'm going to place and the buildings, because I also want to build a lot of buildings on top of this mountain. Otherwise just a lot of nature is not really really cool, or well, it's cool, but it's not that special. And I think I'm going to make the mountain at the top, going to make it quite flat because of course there's going to be rides, a coaster station and just the coaster itself. So I don't want it to be that hilly because I quite need some space to build on. So I think something like this for here is enough. I don't know if I'm going to make the coaster station up here, but I think we can make some really cool things up here. Let's make this transition from the cave that I made 2 episodes ago. Let's make the transition a little bit better because now it's just terrible. And this episode will mainly be focusing on building this mountain. And I really hope that coaster is going to be added next week because I have such an amazing plan for this coaster and I cannot wait to build it. So make sure to watch next week's episode because boys, this is going to be mind-blowing. But for now we need to finish this mountain and I might actually start already on building some houses or some test houses because I am not the best at building. Just straight to the point. I know I've built this incredible, huge castle, but yeah, I'm still not good at building houses. It sounds so weird, but it's still true. Alright, that is looking, yeah, good so far. Of course, no detail or something, but I first want to start with the entrance of the cave and doing a lot of rocks around it, because I still want to add, of course, a lot of rocks, and definitely a darker color than these rocks. So let's see how we're going to do that. First, we need to see what color rock we are going to use. Maybe this, or I guess just this kind of rock. I don't think we have like a lighter or a darker, darker. But if I'm right, this is also just a normal paint color of a rock. We can just paint this area rock and it looks already 10 times better. I kind of like this actually. Rotate snapping, and now we're going to place a lot of rocks. I still want to add grass on this, but I'm probably just going to use some bushes for that, and of course some trees. So let's place a lot of rocks, guys, and let's do that in the form of a time lapse. I'm really happy on how this turned out. I think this is perfect, the style I was going for. But now I want to create a house that's standing up here. No idea what I'm going to do for that, but let's just try it. Okay, so this won't be a very big house, maybe just a few blocks big, but let's place this one here and make it a little bigger. And I think I'm just going to extend it into the mountain. You probably won't see anything of it, but just so it looks a little bit bigger, because if it's just a square, it will look really weird. So let's get a wooden texture. I guess just wooden planks, that's fine enough. Extend these walls because we don't need to be able to go inside of this. All right, just like that. Now we need probably a roof. Also, this roof won't be very detailed. It's just so there's a house in the background. And I want to add a lot of these small houses, not extremely detailed. So something like that. Alright, this angle is probably good enough. And that doesn't fit perfectly. Let's extend this all the way into the mountain. Let's give this roof a color and a material. Probably fabric, I guess. That can look quite good. Yeah, that's fine. And now we need probably a door and a window up front. So let's get a window. It doesn't have to be perfect. Probably just this window. Rotate in the middle, a little bit more in the house. And just like that, we have an amazing window. I cannot build too much around here because the coaster still needs to be here. So some trees or some things might be deleted later, but it's just so I have something right now and I know what I can do so far. But I am really liking this so far and it looks amazing. Maybe we can even add a light here so it has some outside light. One here and one around there. A little bit less range and a little bit more brightness. Same for this one. And I definitely want to add some more lights in the future here when we have the whole mountain done. Especially some green, maybe some other colors, but I especially want green in this because I think that can look in the dark amazing. But guys, that's sadly all the time I have for today. Why this episode may be a little bit shorter than normal. My camera cable broke 2 days ago and I wasn't able to record this episode. That's why it's also 2 days later. I cannot wait for next week's update. And I really still hope they're going to add the multi-launch coaster. So guys, that's it. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. And give me some tips for this theme in the comments. So guys, I will say, as always, goodbye.